Hi, my name is Patty Monahan. I live in Central Florida. I am a mat maker, making mats for people who don't have a home out of bags that you get at grocery stores. Many people have asked me about putting a handle on the mats and they didn't know how to do it, so I've decided to share the little bit of knowledge I have with anyone who wants to learn how to make these handles. And it will look like this when you're done. This one is for a small mat, which is 3 by 4. You can also make these for the larger mats, which are 6 by 4. To get started, you need 3 strings of bags, which you're familiar with 7 bags in the connection. You're going to take 2 of them and hook them together into a very long chain, just like you normally do, which is slipping one loop, one bag through the other and pulling the whole string through. Pulling that together, now you have your center knot. You take the third one and you connect that one over that knot. Again, it's the same thing. It's the slip knot that you do to get one bag connected to another. And you try to get that as centered on that center knot as you can. Now you have a very large knot. This is just something that I figured out. It might not be the best, but it works. I take that center string and I twist it around and twist it around and twist it around till I have about a 6-inch length twisted. And this is the slip knot that will hold the handle at the end, and you'll see that when I get to the end. I make a loop and then I start braiding, just like you would braid your hair, always taking the outside strip through until you have a length that is 75 inches long, and you will have to measure these. As you can see, it gets a little confusing, but if you have the ability to do so, I hook mine on a doorknob. But I'm so good at doing this, I can do it pretty much without looking at what I'm doing. When you're finished, your handle would look like this. This is the beginning that I just did on that one with the loop. This is the end, and this is how it will be connected to the mat. And what you want to do is also make a loop out of these 3 bags at the end that is connected to the mat. Okay? And then you will take this and put it through that loop and slip it around the rolled up mat, and then this end goes through the other side of the mat where it's rolled up, and this will be pulled through to make a loop on the other end, so that when the person using the mat takes it apart, the handle stays connected and they will always be able to put them on their backs or on their shoulders so they'll have their hands free. These are the 3 strings that you're going to make your handle out of. They are now connected. You take the center one and begin to twist it. And twist it till you have a 4 to 6 inch length. There's no right or wrong on that. It's up to you. You want to be able to make a loop out of it, like so. And you take this loop, that becomes the center, and you start to braid by bringing the outer strips over the center too. And you keep braiding and braiding and braiding. So you still have the loop on the top, and your braid will continue to become the handle, which will look like this. And now I'm going to show you how to attach this to a mat. Finished braiding your handle, which is now about 70 or 75 inches long, you will end up with 3 ends that are not connected to anything. This is how you're going to connect the handle to the mat, and I will show you that in just a second. I'm going to connect this handle to this mat that I have in front of me. I take the 2 shortest loops, and again I put them around each other to make strength so that the loop will be strong enough to go around the mat. Then I come in about 6 to 7 inches on the edge of the mat, and I take these 2 twisted ends and poke it through the part that's been woven. and I'm going to connect the handle to this mat. And for all of you who were Girl Scouts or Boy Scouts, it's a square knot. Left over right, right over left. But remember, you want to leave an opening for a loop to put the handle through. So as you can see, there's a loop here and it's open. I will take this and weave these ends into the mat so they don't stick out. And I'll show you just a little bit of that so I don't make this video too long here. But as you can see, what I'm doing, again, over, under, into the weaving of the mat to get this bag woven into the frame of the mat. For appearance sake, it looks better. It also adds strength to the bottom of the mat, which is what we want. So now that I've gotten this connected, this handle is ready to be used. You can also take the short end and tuck it, like so. So now the loop is still there. So now I'm going to swing this mat around and I'm going to roll it up so you can see what the handle will do, because this is how they will be carried in most cases, I believe. So now we have the mat rolled up and ready for transport, and you've got your handle. You take the long string, poke it through the handle, now you have a loop. That loop fits over this end. And you can pull it snug so the mat remains rolled up. The other part of the handle has an opening on the end. You take the handle and poke it through the loop that you made when you first started, and that one slips over this end. Like so. And you pull it tight so it keeps the mat continuously rolled up, and there's your handle. You can either put it over your shoulder or you can put it on your back so that your hands are free to carry everything else you need to carry. So if you're making a handle for a large mat, which is 6x4, you'll need the same 3 strings, but they'll need to have 9 bags on each string, not 7, because the girth of the bigger mat when rolled up is too large for the smaller handle. Process is exactly the same. Make the loop at the end, make the loop at the end when you connect it, but otherwise you just need the 9 bag strings, 3 of them. That's it. Thank you.